Hey guys, John again, Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube. Today I got my old man's truck. We hooked it up with just some wheels and tires. Let's go.
So big in the windows black, got the knob all lit up, double chrome down stacks. Yeah, we love to get them dirty, but still they so clean. Custom Offsets, team stances, the team, we on top of it now. We ain't never gonna fade, so you better get ready for taking over the game.
So what we have here is my dad's 2013 Ford F150. You can see that he didn't want to do any suspension. He's a little more on the conservative side, but we did talk him into getting some sweet wheels. So this is completely stock suspension, and it's a 4x4 F150. This one's got the 5-liter. And what we went with is a 20x9's offset Moto Metal MO970. And I'll do a little lip test on that one. As soon as I tell my phone to be quiet. Unless if it's one of you guys, then I'll answer it. Nope, wasn't you guys. So you can see that 9.0 is right around 3 inches. I would say 2 3/4, not quite half of the bill. Remember, a bill is 6 inches. That's why we do this. So you can measure basically anywhere knowing that this is about 6 inches. So it's still got a decent lip, especially for a 9 wide. And you can see this is that M0970. So it has that chrome-ish look. And that's why we picked it, because it's got chrome bumpers and chrome step sides and chrome handles, being that it's the XLT version. So we thought that this machine face, and then this is all clear coated, so he'll run this year round, even up here in our Wisconsin winters, because it'll hold up just fine if he takes care of it, keeps it clean. Someday soon I'm going to show you the WD-40 trick that we use on a wheel like this to get it through the winter. But for tires, we went with the 285 55 R20. That's basically a 32.3 height and 11.2 width. What that did was it allowed it to fit without any trimming. It has just a tiny rub back here on this bump out. So if you peek inside here, there's a bump out. You could just knock that back and smooth that out. He doesn't care because it's only doing it when you're cranked and really giving her. So it's not gonna be a problem. We're not gonna do any trimming on this one. So with that 20x9's and that 285/55, we're able to get it there with no trimming. The tire we used is a Nitto Terra Grappler. He wants something that's a load E10 ply, which means that it's one of the higher rated tires, because he's gonna haul a camper with this thing all the way to Texas from Wisconsin, and then at some bunch of other places. So he wanted a tire that's gonna last, and this is that Terra Grappler, which has phenomenal mileage on it, but it's also aggressive enough to use in the winters here in Wisconsin. So it's an awesome all-around tire. The Open Country AT2 Extreme would be the same comparison and a competitive tire to this, but this is the G2 Terra Grappler. We just couldn't come up with an Open Country AT2 in that size with load E, and that's why we went with the G2. So you can see that the rest of it is pretty much a stock truck. But if you kind of get back to and take a look at it, I really think that the M0970 with all the chrome that's in this truck was a perfect pick. Other than that, he's got the sprayed bed liner, which is badass. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
I'll pop the tailgate so you can see it.
Yeah, sure can, Junior. So there's that spraying liner. Just keeps everything real clean, even when he beats on it a little bit. And then take a peek at the interior. But like I said, it's just a stock truck. I just kind of wanted to show you what that one looks like. Ford's always got a really clean, good looking interior. I know you guys wanted to see more Fords, so here's more Fords. And I would say that this is the perfect fit If you look down the side of this thing, one thing that really surprises me is we do a lot of 10 wides on these Fords with 12.5-inch wide tires, and they always stick out quite a bit. This is a 9-inch zero with a 285 with 11-inch wide tire, so we thought it was going to run about flush. We're actually really surprised how much this one comes out. This is at least 2 inches out in the front, or 2.5, 3, and almost 2 inches in the rear. So I think it just kind of goes to show you that just because the last 2013 we did fit, you know, damn near flush with a zero, it doesn't mean that they're all going to fit that way, because every truck has just the built-in tolerances. And sometimes, you know, mid-year or different years, they tweak just one thing and that'll push those wheels out. So this zero offset is sticking out a whole bunch, and really surprised to see that, because zero we usually typically see running flush. But if he's worried about this being too aggressive, we basically just told him you could add a pocket style fender flare and basically cover that back up so that it's not shooting rocks and stuff down the side of the truck. So that's all. That's my dad's F150 with some new shoes, and make sure you subscribe to us on youtube.com/custom offsets, and remember, share our videos, it helps us out. Peace.